What is the most Reddit conspiracy theory? Simulation theory. Definitely Mandela effect, because the people who post on Reddit don't ever seem to do their own research before making a thread. Red meat is bad for you. Stop consuming dairy. Eat vegan and gluten-free products from Whole Foods to escape Le Monsanto. Flat Earth. Sure, in a spiritual sense we live in a flat and otherworldly existence, but this can easily be disproven by looking out into the distance and seeing the clouds curve along the horizon. Somebody would have also figured out where the space signal's GPS is coming from on Earth is space wasn't real. So for Reddit conspiracies that they still stick with, I'll give flat Earth / no space a go. I also own a telescope and millions of others do around the world. The North Star moves the further up or down you go, north or south, until you can't see it anymore. Yeah. Flat Earth. Non-duality. Every single scientific explanation to paranormal or strange things. Example. If you think time is getting faster, you're just old. As for actual conspiracies, probably simulation theory, as Hollywood movies commonly use it, The Matrix, and Redditors think they are Hollywood movie characters, as they compare every event in their lives to movies. Dude, this is just like Thanos in Avengers, am I right? Dude, Republicans are just like the bad guys in Star Wars, LMAO. Atheism. Google Maps blocked location. Vaccinations, that's all r/conspiracy cares about, and political shit. It's like they refuse to accept everything is rigged. /poll is just a unfiltered r/conspiracy. 4chan has been taken over by Redditors. Most the conspiracies in today's thread stated on 4chan, especially that flat earth shit, /x, and /poll are good place for agents to stick distractions. The Great Replacement and ZOG. Flat Earth. LOL, you imbecile. Reddit would go bonkers with swagape mouths just hearing that. Anyone who believes in either would get insta-banned. The most Reddit conspiracy theory is that Zonald is Hitler 2.0, who is going to institute the Fourth Reich. Nothing you should concern yourself with. Why ask others in favor of your own intuition? No, r/conspiracy is very pro-Trump. I haven't been on Reddit for easily a couple of months now, and even I know that. Reddit is probably the most venomous website I've ever seen. There are so many videos of people dying on there, might as well consider them snuff films at this point. Everyone is a Nazi, everyone needs to be exposed and have their life ruined over something trivial. They are by far the most venomous people I've seen on the internet in probably 25 plus years of usage. If there's any conspiracy, it's that Reddit is making people nastier. r/escaping prison planet is the most Reddit place there is because they think celebrities worship the stars. The vax locks your spiritual powers, incorrect testimonies about near-death experiments, etc. Don't listen to nutters with unbalanced energies because they are energy vampires themselves. I encountered a lot of Reddit-like conspiracy nerds when I worked at a used bookstore. It was mostly people asking for books by Daniken, Sitchin, and Cooper's Behold a Pale Horse. Simulation theory is just 21st century deism. I thought that Reddit's conspiracy board thought that he was a white hat agent antichrist figure due to Q and his ushering of the golden age, which is literally the light new world order. Great Replacement, Jewish question, too controversial for Reddit. Trumpers are diaspora. You're not wrong, yet you also just described 4chan. All these boards depict dying, Nazism, rampant racism and bigotry, and even sexism. Jiv. Poll. B. And that's just 3 of them, but to be fair, it's mostly /poll spilling over and poisoning other boards. In simplest terms, they think he's a white hat involved with Q and there's a secret war with demons and reptiles, and they constantly bitch about the clot shot. It's mostly old people on that Reddit server. The Antichrist thing is new to me, though I haven't been on Reddit in some months. I'm not religious, but there is decent argument to be made that Trump is the false prophet that lets in the Antichrist. Reddit people are so stupid, them existing is a conspiracy and a philosophical question. Are we real in reality? Do we really exist? Is the government really corrupt? Oh, you got banned because that isn't the widely accepted opinion. Oh, I am not a government agent. You got comment and downvoted in 0.1 seconds by sheer coincidence. Simulation theory. Mandela effect. DMT being endogenous. Stone Age theory. Religion has nothing to do with it. Christ and Antichrist aren't Christian terms. They go far back before that. BT dubs. Everyone I knew that took the clot shot became even more ill, and nearly, some actually did, died. We already know that neither parties care about people's interests. Hey, serve the same masters, but hey, you may have values that I don't, so it's understandable that you'll vote for the other puppet just because he likes gay people. That's perfectly okay. Probably some mundane shit, like the theory that Long John Silver's fast food restaurants are actually a drug front. Heckin, you never seen anyone go in or out of a Long John Silver's, but you see them everywhere. 1. Even if it's true, it's not interesting whatsoever. It's something that a Reddit user can wrap their fragile, owned minds around, that won't trip up their programming. Daniken and Cooper are fine starting points. Sitchin nobody has ever looked into, but I genuinely think a Fed gave him that information and told him to publish it. SpongeBob conspiracy theories. That Reddit isn't 99% bots. Mandela. White privilege. I don't know how this is even a theory. Aren't our brains literal simulation machines? Why would outside reality need to be simulated when we are already simulating our own reality? The patriarchy. Rusiagit, Finland isn't real. I assume here that they often assume we are brains in jars or computer programs, so your own reality is the simulation. I don't understand the difference between the brain being in a flesh vessel or a jar or in a computer. Doesn't really matter in slightest if you understand that everything subjective is equally real. Normies lack that kind of comprehension. They go to a trip to Antarctica and don't even attempt to travel to the hole to the inner Earth. Not a conspiracy. Not Reddit. Is correct, however, and ironically the most Reddit interpretation of it. Asterisk, the most Reddit interpretation of it is, however, ironically, 100% correct. That the mob killed JFK. It's the most boycotted take on the assassination possible, asides believing the official uniparty line. Reddit is the conspiracy. There's a reason everyone outside it calls it a leftist echo chamber. It is propagandizing people into leftism and becoming pro-government. And there's a ridiculous amount of young people on that site who are falling for that shit, because children don't know shit about the world. They take everything at face value and are super easily influenced. And to get more young people to go onto Reddit, the CIA started making Reddit Storytime YouTube channels. Their videos always have clickbaity titles and always make sure to let you know it's from Reddit. So children who discover and watch them eventually create a Reddit account for themselves and start going there and get indoctrinated into believing men can be women and that freedom of speech is toxic because misinformation. Remember that time Redditors protested against their own right to free speech? A good thread on Reddit was removed because people were discussing actual non-Trump/Musk theories and that got deleted. I then made a post pointing that out and that post got deleted. I now have first-hand experience of the censorship on that ass website. Reddit is also highly skeptical of any out-of-the-box theories/thinking. And one of the only, popular, conspiracy subs has censorship, which is ironic. All Antifa and BLM who hurt people and rioted were FBI agents in blackface. A Redditor told me that in real life, Adam was a woman that was a mutant. It's grim that 4chan is slowly becoming just as bad. You can get easily banned for saying slurs, especially on certain boards. The only boards that allow them are /poll/n/b/, for now. I've been banned for saying Pajit before. That's literally a fucking common Indian name, LMAO. Reddit speak like let people enjoy things and the C are becoming common here, and being used unironically. Instead of calling you a Nazi like Reddit, this place will call you an incel and tell you to go back to /pol/. This site has some strange problem with being spammed with interracial porn, and the Jannies usually don't care about it. They'd rather ban somebody saying Pajit than ban somebody spamming black porn. This site has multiple boards filled with unironic trannies, faggots, cuckolds, and every other sort of Reddit degenerate, /b/n/gif/ and even has an actual /LGBT/ board. The entire website is a honeypot. A good majority of the posts are bot reposts on certain boards, and these never get deleted. They also always seem to be the most popular threads, possibly bot replies too. This place has its own form of newspeak ebonics too, chud, incel, moid, foid, BBC, etc. Half of the memes are likely made by glowies. An extremely obvious example of how bad this site is becoming is /TV/. 80% of the posts are Twitter/Reddit screenshots, bot reposts, and actual paid shill posts. The average Anon there also speaks and thinks exactly like a Redditor. Dare to point out obvious propaganda in a movie. Let people enjoy things, go back to /pol/you incel. It wasn't made for you. Filtered. I'm not going to argue with a /pol/tourist. Touch grass, you chud. Yes, they actually speak like this. At least it's still better than plebit, but it might become just as bad in the future. I found the best conspiracy related sub is r/stupidpol, but it's also the rare remaining kind of containment sub that posting anything in it will get you shadow banned from many big subreddits. I've come to terms that the best way to get info is the /x/archive. Whatever topic you'd like to learn or know more, just search it up there. The entire website is a honeypot. Ironically, this is the only thing guaranteeing it somewhat stays the same. You can't make it too obvious to newbies who hasn't seen these patterns develop over the years. Still, the ongoing enshittification is indeed a fact even for 4chan. Also, this place has a massive problem with demoralization spam, especially /pol/. Pickrel is an obvious example. This F-slur spams his gay wojak demoralization shit on multiple boards here. He's not the only one either. He's just one who makes it more obvious and doesn't attempt to blend in as a normal Anon like most of them do. These F-slurs usually target /pol/ and /x/, the two boards that glowies would spam, and usually use images of wojaks or random movies. I've seen the faggot in Pickrel use Blade Runner and the Lighthouse images with his posts. Remember, all black pill shit is glowy demoralization. Just look at Pickrel. Look how desperate they are to demoralize you, LMAO. Strange, demoralization? Spam on /TV/. This makes me wonder if bot replies are a thing here too. Notice how many replies some of these got. I don't look at it like that. For example, I want to know a bit more about the luminiferous ether. I would search luminiferous ether. Ether. 0-point field. And then click on any threads that looks interesting. I will then be in the ether rabbit hole. You can do this with any topic /book /author etc. I've found great threads from 2012 all the way till now. Maybe the issue now is we get more slop, but we still get good threads now and again. Reddit itself is a conspiracy. Social engineering towards conformal groupthink by updating both attracts and molds newcomers into mindless golems who think the utter idiocy they read in the Reddit comments are actually representative of a normal mental baseline or even healthy opinions. It's brain communism. Simulation theory. It doesn't fucking matter if we're in a simulation because we have consciousness, so our experiences may as well be treated as real. A theory like Gnosticism or especially Buddhism is better as it isn't just regular reality but not computer code on the surface. The Matrix was allegorical. I got banned for calling out the bots there. Well, that and apparently talking about simulation stuff too much, and ban dodging. This is all true, and yet I've gotten a lot out of 4chan over the years because I search the archives for effort posts, and I create effort threads regularly to at least snag 1 or 2 people in conversation. If the old fags ever do leave, I hope they leave a message about where they're going. Project 2025. Why though? I can understand why a sick individual would want to demoralize everyone, but it's a little hard for me to imagine why military psychological operations would prioritize something like this. They have so many other things to do. Anything regarding consciousness. I recently made an account, and how curious it is that the auto-generated username was relevant to my general vibes, and the default avatar is just the right color and goes with the username. Like I just registered and already the stuff was set up. I was expecting that I'd click through however many auto-gen usernames until I got one I liked. But instead it's handed to me on a silver platter. And this thread appears. Huh. Well, I've been doing some research on a niche topic, and when there's a thread asking for info on the topic, I'll share what I gathered. Already I've found a few pretty decent people, who probably post here regularly. Deleted threads from r/Elsagate. Reddit would fear this because fascism bad. The most 4chan theory would be agreeing with it, but knowing Hitler, Trump, and fascism in general are psyops for globalists.
To the town of our we rode it straight to one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't.
Mosey on down to the Atomic Shaman Trading Post. We have t-shirts, decals, refrigerator magnets and other swag for sale. What better way to show your support for the show? Our merch can only be found on t.pub/lit/Atomic Shaman Trading Post.
Like, share, subscribe and be sure to check the notification bell. Follow the Atomic Shaman on Twitter at Motel and RV Park. Listen to Paranormal Green Text Stories on Atomic Shaman TTS on YouTube. Catch the live streams of Atomic Shaman Sweat Lodge only on Rumble.